How you doing, everybody? My name is Dr. Sami Baya. Please welcome back to my YouTube channel. The real reason they are scared and terrified of you, that's the title of this video. The fear that some people feel towards others often stems from a complex web of psychological, social, and personal factors. When individuals are scared or terrified of someone, it's not usually just about the person themselves, but about how they perceive that person and the potential threats, real or imagined, that they associate with them. In understanding why someone may feel this way, it's important to consider a variety of dynamics that may not always be immediately visible. One reason for fear could be rooted in the power dynamic between two individuals. People may feel threatened by someone who holds power, whether that power is emotional, financial, intellectual, or social. When a person appears to have the upper hand, the other may fear being manipulated, dominated, or controlled. The underlying fear is often a result of insecurity or a lack of control in their own life, leading them to feel vulnerable in the presence of someone who exudes strength or authority. A second reason lies in how a person may challenge the beliefs or values of others. When someone's worldview, lifestyle, or ideology starkly contrasts with that of others, it can create a sense of discomfort. Fear arises when the difference or the differences are perceived as an existential threat to their identity or the structure of their life. People are often afraid of change, especially if it forces them to confront uncomfortable truths about themselves or the world they live in. In these cases, the fear is not necessarily of the individual themselves, but of the potential disruption they might bring. Another possible source of fear is the fear of exposure. People who have secrets, vulnerabilities, or unresolved issues may fear that someone with a keen perception could expose these aspects of their lives. If you're someone who is perceptive, articulate, or observant, others might worry that you will uncover their flaws or weaknesses, forcing them to confront things they are not ready to face. In this case, it's not the person directly causing the fear, but the ability to reveal truths that others wish to keep hidden. Sometimes the fear stems from jealousy or envy. When someone sees another as more successful, attractive, or capable, they may feel threatened by the perceived superiority of the other person. This fear can manifest in various ways, including intimidation, competition, or passive-aggressive behavior. People may be terrified of being overshadowed or outdone, and this fear may drive them to either avoid or criticize those they view as a threat to their own self-worth. In some cases, the fear could be linked to past trauma or negative experiences. If someone has encountered harmful or abusive individuals in the past, they might project that fear onto others who remind them, consciously or unconsciously, of those past encounters. When someone carries emotional baggage or unresolved trauma, even the slightest similarity to a past source of harm can trigger a fear response. As a result, their reaction to you may be rooted in the wounds from their past rather than anything you've done. Fear can also arise from the perception of unpredictability. When people encounter someone who seems unpredictable, erratic, or capable of surprising actions, it can trigger a sense of uncertainty and anxiety. This fear may be especially pronounced if the individual has experienced situations in which unpredictability led to negative outcomes. People like routine and stability, and when they feel like they can't anticipate your actions, they may feel a sense of danger or discomfort. Furthermore, fear can stem from a sense of inferiority. Some individuals may fear those they perceive as more competent or accomplished. If you possess skills, knowledge, or abilities that others find intimidating, they may feel like they can't measure up. This sense of inadequacy can breed resentment, leading to a fear of being exposed as less than. These fears are often rooted in self-esteem issues, where the individual fears that their worth is being challenged or overshadowed. There's also the possibility that the fear arises from a lack of understanding. When people don't fully understand another person's actions, motivations, or personality, they may misinterpret what is going on. Fear can be a result of confusion and the unknown. If you are someone who doesn't easily fit into social norms or expectations, others may become frightened because they don't know what to expect from you. This fear can lead to alienation or avoidance. In a social context, fear can also be a defense mechanism against perceived competition. If others feel threatened by your success, your popularity, or your influence, they may fear losing their position or status within a group. Humans are social creatures, and status often plays a significant role in relationships. When someone feels that their social standing is at risk, their fear may be more about survival in the group dynamic than about you personally. Some people fear what they do not understand about themselves. If you provoke reflection, challenge their way of thinking, or cause them to look inward, it can be uncomfortable. This fear arises from a deep-seated aversion to self-examination or growth. People are often scared of change, and when someone else presents an opportunity for that change, especially if it's through uncomfortable confrontation, then fear can emerge. Fear can also be a manifestation of envy or competition. When someone is in a position to be as successful or to be admired, others may be afraid of being left behind or overshadowed. In a world that values success and achievement, being in competition with others can trigger a sense of fear and insecurity. If you are someone who has reached a level of success, it might cause others to question their own abilities or fear that their potential is being eclipsed by yours. In certain relationships, fear can stem from the person's own internalized struggles with authority and power. For example, people who have had negative experiences with authority figures, such as parents, teachers, or bosses, may project those experiences onto others. If you hold a position of authority, or if you come across as confident and assertive, it may trigger a deep-rooted fear of being dominated or controlled, even if you have no intention of doing so. Another cause of fear may be linked to a person's own insecurity or self-doubt. If they are uncertain about their place in the world or their abilities, they might fear anyone who seems to have a strong sense of direction or purpose. This type of fear stems from their own struggles with identity, and the presence of someone who seems self-assured may highlight their own fears of inadequacy or failure. Lastly, fear can also come from past rejection or abandonment. People who have been hurt by others, whether through betrayal, abandonment, or rejection, may develop a fear of intimacy or vulnerability. If you seem approachable or are capable of forming close connections, they may fear opening up and being hurt again. This fear of being vulnerable and exposed can prevent them from engaging with you in a meaningful way, as they are terrified of experiencing the same pain they've felt in the past. In conclusion, the fear others may feel towards you can be complex and multifaceted. It's often not about you personally, but about the emotions, insecurities, and past experiences that they are grappling with. Understanding the many layers of fear and how they manifest can help in navigating social dynamics and building empathy for others' reactions, even when those reactions seem difficult to understand or rationalize. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you've loved it. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not done so. If you like this video, you can also click the like button, drop your comment below, share the video widely to all those who you think will love this kind of content. Hey, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Catch you later in the next video.